So the new iPhone 14 family is now officially announced, and here are all the new models. First you get the regular iPhone 14, then you have a new iPhone 14 Plus with a larger size and big battery, and then the two Pro models, the iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. Hello guys, my name is Vic with PhoneArena, and let's just start this with a moment of silence for the iPhone Mini. Apple did not announce a new Mini this year, and chances are there may never be a new one, so there is that. Oh, and shout out to our friends from iBlazon for sponsoring this video. Alright, 4 new iPhone 14 models, but you really should think about them as two pairs, two regular models and two Pro versions. And Apple pulled one of its magic tricks with the regular versions, and that magic trick was that these new iPhones use the same A15 processor as the previous iPhone 13 models. Ta-da! Okay, most of you will not be excited about this, but we have to admit that Apple tweaked the GPU and it's nearly 20% faster now, so at least some good news. So what is actually new? Well, first the cameras. You still only have two cameras on the back, a main and an ultra-wide one, but that main one has a new and larger sensor and slightly faster aperture. Also, the front camera now has autofocus, and there is a brand new image processing system with a typical fancy Apple name, the Photonic engine. And it improves image quality across all the cameras, so that is nice. And video recording is also improved. It's still 4K resolution, but you get a new action mode for super steady gimbal-like stabilization. Great for those action and adventure shots. And that new iPhone 14 Plus model, well, Apple says it has the longest battery life of any iPhone, and yes, that means better battery life than even the Pro Max. That's something to think about. Alright, on to the iPhone 14 Pro models, and this year Apple seems to have reserved all the cool features for these phones. So look at this screen now. See this pill-shaped cutout? Oh, you might think it's not a big deal, but hey, look at it now! It expands and changes shapes with notifications, Face ID and music playback. With an upcoming timer it kind of splits into two, and you can tap it and it reacts, and you can long press it and it again expands. Lou from Unbox Therapy calls this the crazy pill, and it's the perfect description if you ask me, but Apple calls it the dynamic island. Try saying that with a straight face. Still a very cool new feature. The new Pro iPhones also come with the new Pro screen that gets crazy bright, up to 1600 nits peak brightness, and if you're outdoors in the sun, it hits up to 2000 nits, an insane number. But it also has one more trick up its sleeve. It refreshes from 1 Hz up to 120 Hz, and that has enabled a new always-on display feature. I know, Android phones have had this for years. But of course, since it's Apple doing it now, it actually looks way more refined. The wallpaper you have kind of dims, but if you have a person in it, the skin tones remain, and you can also see your widgets and notifications at a glance. It looks good. We didn't hear Apple saying how it affects battery life though, so that will be something that we have to test. And speaking of battery, the actual battery life on the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max is about the same as on the previous models. And so are the charging speeds. And I have to admit, I had some hopes both will get at least a bit better. Anyway, of course you have the new A16 Bionic chip here with a whopping 16 billion transistors inside, a new 4nm manufacturing, and better power efficiency. As cool as that is, I doubt average users would notice the improvement all that much. But heck, this is a Pro iPhone after all. And turning to the cameras, we have the biggest leap in image quality on an iPhone in a while, and most of that is thanks to a 65% larger sensor than before, and it has a high 48 megapixel resolution and a wider field of view than previous iPhones. And having such a large sensor allowed Apple to also be able to do a lossless 2x crop. So 2x mode is back, baby, and if you know me, you know that it's my favorite thing for photography and especially portrait photos, so I personally couldn't be happier. But back to those 1x photos, by default you get quad pixel binning, which simply means that 4 pixels combine into one, and you still end up with a 12 megapixel photo, which is a good thing because that's a reasonable size and you still get improved detail. Or of course you can choose to shoot the full 48 megapixel resolution, but remember that those files will turn out a lot bigger, so you might want to use that mode only occasionally. You get an improved ultra-wide camera as well, and Apple just threw some crazy statements that the new photonic engine actually delivers 2 times better photos, or even more in some cases. But just don't ask me how Apple evaluated one photo being 2 times better than the other one, because I really don't know. And on the video side, rumors about 8K video capture did not come to fruition. You still get only 4K, but you also do get 4K cinematic mode now, and you can record in 24 FPS cinematic or 30 FPS. Finally, all 4 iPhone 14 models come with something that might be a lifesaver: satellite connectivity. It is designed for use in open spaces with a clear line of sight to the sky, and you have to keep your iPhone pointed to a satellite for a short while to lock signal, but once you do that, you can send a short message, share your location via Find My, or reach out to emergency services via a question forum. If you ever happen to be lost in a mountain or during a hike in a remote place with no signal, this could potentially save your life. The feature launches in the US and Canada, with the first 2 years offered for free. All iPhone 14 models now also come with crash detection, another helpful feature that can detect if you ever happen to be in a severe car crash and would call emergency services in that case. And with the iPhone 14 now protecting you better from emergency, you should protect your brand new iPhone 14 device as well. Our friends from iBlazon have released their ultra tough armor box case for the iPhone 14 series, and this case is making a comeback after 4 years, and it boasts a brand new design and unbeatable protection for just $25. The armor box for iPhone 14 is extra tough and comes with a built-in kickstand that you can use to place your phone in landscape or portrait orientation, and the kickstand even doubles as a ring holder, which is super convenient. The armor box also comes with a built-in screen protector, so you don't have to worry about your screen getting scratched, and last but not least, it includes a belt clip holster that can rotate 360 degrees for your convenience. And right now is a great time to get this case. iBlazon is running a 25% off hero discount for teachers, students, military, first responders and healthcare workers. So check out the link below for all the details and get yourself an armor box case right now, or just type iPhone 14 case by iBlazon in Amazon to explore all the cases the company offers and pick your favorite. So anyway, iPhone 14 pre-orders open on Friday, September the 9th, and most models will be available the next Friday on September 16. Good news is that prices are unchanged in the United States. The bad news is that prices are much higher pretty much everywhere else. So which new iPhone 14 model you like best and why? Let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. My name is Vic. Don't forget that we will be reviewing and testing all new iPhone 14 models soon. So subscribe to the channel to see those videos, and I will see you guys around.